हाय फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू CivTech सिंप्लीफाइड। दिस इज इंजीनियर इमरान अजीज। मैं आपको अपने चैनल पे खुशामदीद कहता हूँ। आज की वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे सर्वेइंग एंड लेवलिंग पार्ट 14 की, जिसमें हम 10 मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे। याद रखें, ये एक वीडियो सीरीज हमने स्टार्ट की है जो कि गेट एग्जाम और SSC JE एग्जाम या एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ जॉब इंटरव्यू फॉर सिविल इंजीनियर्स के लिए है, और इसमें मुख्तलिफ टॉपिक्स के ऊपर मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस हम आपके साथ शेयर कर रहे हैं। सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में सर्वेइंग एंड लेवलिंग काफी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है, सो इस वीडियो को मुकम्मल देखिए, इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें और अपनी कम्युनिटी में इसको डिस्कस करें। तो लेट मी शेयर माय स्क्रीन, जहां पे एक प्रेजेंटेशन के थ्रू फर्दर ये 10 क्वेश्चंस आपके साथ शेयर किए जाएंगे। आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर आपने अभी तक CivTech सिंप्लीफाइड को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया, सो डू सब्सक्राइब दिस चैनल। सर्वेइंग फॉर SSC JE पार्ट 14 में MCQs 131 to 140 आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे। इसमें क्वेश्चन नंबर 131 says that which of the following statement is wrong? Option A, the distance measured parallel to the north south line is called latitude of line. Option B, distance measured parallel to the east west line is called departure of the line. Option C, latitude is positive when measured downward or southward. Option D, departure is negative when measured left or westward. So we have to find the wrong option among all these. Option C is wrong. The latitude is positive when measured downward or southward. So C is the correct option, which is wrong over here. The latitude is always negative in these directions. So C जो है वो correct option. 132. The projection of a transverse line on a line parallel to the meridian is known as dash of the line. Option A, latitude. Option B, departure. Option C, bearing. Projection of a transverse line on a line parallel to the meridian is known as latitude of the line. So A जो है वो correct option है इस question का. 133. The latitude of transverse line is obtained by multiplying its length with the cosine of its reduced bearing. Option A is correct. Option B is incorrect. Yes, ये जो है correct question है. So A is the correct answer for this question. Latitude of a transverse line is obtained by multiplying its length with the cos of its reduced bearing. 134. In any closed traverse, if the survey work is correct, then option A, algebraic sum of latitudes should be equal to 0. Option B, algebraic sum of departures should be equal to 0. Option C, sum of northings should be equal to sum of southings. Option D is all of the above. Yes, all these options are correct. Always in a survey work, if it is done correctly, algebraic sum of all the latitudes is also equal to 0, as well as algebraic sum of the departures is also equals to 0 if there is no error, and sum of northing should be always equal to sum of southings. So यही एक पैरामीटर है जिसके ऊपर आपका सर्वे डाटा जो है वो करेक्ट कवर किया जाता है. So D here is the correct option. 135. The departure of a transverse line is obtained by multiplying its length with the tangent of its reduced bearing. Option A, agree, and option B is disagree. So D here is the correct answer, which is disagree. 136. When the angular measurement of a transverse are more precise than the linear measurements, the balancing of a transverse is done by option A, transit rule. Option B, empirical rule. Option C, Brodeth rule. Any one of these. So A is the correct option. When angular measurement of a transverse are more precise than the linear measurement, the balancing of a transverse is done by transit rule. So A is the correct answer. 137. When the whole circle bearing of a transverse line is between 90 and 180, then option A, latitude is positive and departure is negative. Option B, departure is positive and latitude is negative. Option C, both latitude and departure are positive. And option D, both latitude and departure are negative. So B is the correct option. When the whole circle bearing of a transverse line is between 90 degree and 180 degree, then the departure is positive and the latitude is always negative. So B is the correct answer. 138. The latitude and departure of a transverse line are both positive when the whole circle bearing of the line lies in the latitude and departure of a transverse line are both positive when the whole circle bearing of the line lies in the option A, first quarter, option B, second quarter, option C, third quarter, and option D, fourth quarter. So it's of course first quarter में जो coordinates है उनका latitude भी positive होता है और longitude भी positive होता है, x axis भी positive है और y axis भी positive है. So A here is the correct answer. 139. When the latitudes and departure are so adjusted that the algebraic sum of all latitudes and departures are equal to 0, the operation is called option A, balancing the latitude, option B, balancing the departure, option C, balancing the transverse, option D, none none of the above. So balancing the traverse or balancing the survey is the correct answer when all the latitude and departures are adjusted in a way that algebraic sum is equal to 0, and then that process is called balancing of traverse. So C here is the correct answer. 140, when the angular and linear measurements are equally precise in traversing, the balancing of a traverse is done by option A, transit rule, option B, empirical rule, option C, Baudet's rule, and any option D is none of these. So Baudet's rule is the correct answer. When angular and linear measurements are equally precise in traversing, the balancing of the traverse is done by Baudet's rule. So C is the correct answer for this question. So friends, this was part 14 of our ongoing video series on surveying and leveling, in which we discussed question number 131 to 140. I hope आपने इन क्वेश्चंस को लाइक किया होगा, इनको जरूर अपनी कम्युनिटी में शेयर करें, इस वीडियो को लाइक भी करें और हमारे चैनल CivTech Simplified को जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें. So let's meet again in the next video, जहां पे हम further 10 questions आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you very much and have a good day.